Well, good morning and welcome to Grandfather's Garage. I'm Grandfather, and this YouTube channel is for my now 4 grandkids, Haneen, Roland, Una, and Helena. Good morning, kids, because they live too far away to come spend every Saturday morning in their grandfather's garage messing around. So this is my way of bringing the garage to them with all of its projects and some of life's tidbits. We're going to build stuff, repair things, do some fishing, take some field trips, all so I can share some time with them. We're glad you could join us, so let's go see what we're going to do today in the garage. Come on.
Well, I guess after enough YouTube videos, my friends have finally figured out that I like a good challenge and to repair stuff. This church bench had been sitting outside for a long time when our friends asked a contractor, not me, how to repair the broken seat and the rotten legs. The contractor said he would take care of it for them and whisked it away. When the contractor brought it back to him, it looked like this. They were heartbroken he had ruined the bench and asked me what could be done. I told him to deliver it to me and I'd take a look at it. To support and level the legs, he had just screwed 2x4s to the base. He did do a half-decent job putting a board over the original seat, but it was uneven, had gaps at the edges, and was obviously unfinished. The underside had screws sticking out and lots of cracked wood. The feet were rotten several inches up inside, so I removed the 2x4s and dug out as much of the rot as I could. I drilled down into the feet to solid wood and then started pouring wood hardener into the openings to solidify the rotten wood. This was done slowly, multiple times over several days to allow the hardener to soak in and dry well between each application. Wherever I found issues, I dug out other rotten spots all over the bench and I soaked them with hardener as well as a base for the epoxy that I was going to put back. One of the little side pieces had been broken off, so I traced off the same spot on the good side and I cut a replacement piece. With a little bit of shaping, it looked like a close fit. Epoxy wood filler was used to bond and fill the new piece in place, plus 1 screw for good luck. After the soakings with the wood hardener, epoxy wood filler was used to fill the bottom of the feet. They were filled all the way into the drilled out spots for support and then built up to the original foot level. These were then ground down and refilled to smooth and level them a couple of times. The epoxy filler was also used to fill in and bond all of the bad spots over and under the bench. It took a bit of sanding to get it all smoothed out. Since the original bench wood was really weathered, it was just lightly sanded to retain a lot of the existing color. The seat was well attached, so I left it in place, but it was heavily sanded to smooth and level it. The large gaps around the edges were covered with some weathered trim that I happened to have around. I mixed a special stain color to match the existing wood as closely as I could, and then I worked some extra character into the seat. The leg bases were sanded and stained to match the original color as closely as possible. When the bench was all sanded and color match stained, I started applying coats of polyurethane. Since this would be sitting outside, I let it soak into the open ends of the wood as much as possible. This took several coats over multiple days. This project was done slowly over several weeks as I wanted to allow the hardener, epoxy filler, and the polyurethane all to dry really well between applications. I spent about 12 hours total on the complete renovation. Well, all said and done, here it sits on their front porch. They were thrilled with the result, and we got treated to a really nice dinner out. Thanks, guys. It was a fun challenge. I hope the rest of you out there enjoyed following along as well.